How to properly water succulents is a frequently asked question among beginners in succulent gardening. Answering this question about watering succulents can lead to different answers because how much and how often to water succulents depends on several factors: the plant's genera, size, hydration status, soil mixture, container, and the climate in which they are grown. These all contribute to the amount of water your plants need. Succulents come in many types, each with its own needs. Some like a drink more often, while others prefer to be left alone longer. So what works for one succulent might not work for another, leading to various answers to the same question. We all know succulents store water, so getting the watering right is crucial. Too much water, they drown; too little, and they shrivel up. Finding that perfect balance keeps them happy and healthy, and understanding this gives you a considerable advantage in successfully growing succulent plants. Many people find watering succulents a bit puzzling. So in this video, let's break things down so they're super easy for you to grasp and so that you can figure out for yourself how to water yours properly. One thing to consider is the plant's genera. Succulents belong to a wide range of plant genera and are grouped into families. About 50 to 60 plant families contain at least one succulent plant species. The most prominent succulent families are the Cactaceae family or the cactus family and the Isoaceae family or the ice plant family, each containing about 2,000 species, and they total about 40% of succulent plants. However, the most popular genera we cultivate in our gardens belong to the Crassulaceae family, such as the Echeverias, Eoniums, Sedums, Kalanchoes, Aloes, Cryptoverias, Sempervivums, and several more. Succulents belonging to the Cactaceae family are good at holding water. They have huge storage spaces and numerous ways of conserving them. They have thick cuticles to prevent water from escaping, fewer pores or openings to prevent water from evaporating, and a unique way of photosynthesizing, like closing their pores during the day when it is hot and opening them at night, further avoiding water loss from evaporation. With species belonging to the Cactaceae family, you must be very careful when watering because they're used to living in very arid locations, and with these species of succulents, you want to mimic the environment they naturally grow in. Plants from the Crassulaceae family, which are most of our favorites, are also good at holding water due to the special way they photosynthesize. However, their storage spaces are less massive than those of the cacti. Therefore, you can water them a bit more often, but ensure the soil dries out faster. Have you grown the Senecio peregrinos, string of dolphins, or Senecio rollianos, string of pearls? Have you noticed that they prefer watering a bit more often, and they can shrink and shrivel when not receiving enough water? It's because they belong to a different family. Senecio belongs to the Asteraceae family, like the daisies, so they do well in soil that is a bit moist rather than completely dry, or by watering more often rather than leaving longer gaps without water. Another factor to consider is the plant size. Considering the size of succulents when watering helps ensure that their specific water needs are met. promoting healthy growth and preventing issues such as overwatering or underwatering. Larger succulents typically have more extensive root systems compared to smaller ones. Those with larger root system can absorb more water and nutrients from the soil and can tolerate extended periods between watering compared to smaller ones with less developed root systems. Yes, the size of the succulent plant matters when you water. Remember, succulents store water in their leaves, stems, or roots as a survival strategy for periods of drought. So larger succulents have more storage capacity than smaller ones, allowing them to store more water and withstand longer periods without watering. Plants' hydration status also matters. A very wrinkly and dehydrated succulent would benefit from a good soak and could tolerate a lot of water compared to a succulent plant that is bloated or full of water. Dehydrated succulents may have lost a significant amount of moisture, leading to wilting or shriveling. A good soak allows water to penetrate deep into the soil, reaching the roots where it can be absorbed and transported through their leaves. This thorough rehydration helps plump up the succulent's tissues and restore vitality more effectively than surface watering. On the other hand, bloated succulents should not be watered because their swollen appearance is often a sign of overwatering or excessive moisture retention. The swollen appearance of the plant may indicate that the tissues are filled with excess water, and adding more water can lead to various problems, such as leaves cracking or falling off, and worse, even their complete destruction. Another to consider when watering is the soil mixture. The soil mixture is crucial in succulents because it directly affects their growth and overall health. Succulent roots require adequate air circulation to function properly. A soil mixture that is too compacted or dense can restrict airflow to the roots, leading to suffocation and poor growth. An ideal soil mixture for your succulent promotes good aeration, allowing oxygen to reach the roots and facilitating root development. And the soil mixture is very important to consider when watering because some soil mixtures can hold more moisture than others. If you are using a soil mixture that has a lot of inorganic materials like perlite, sand, and rocks, you can water thoroughly and most of the water will drain through, but will not result in overwatering your plants. But if you're using a soil mixture that has a lot of organic materials like garden soil, compost, or bark, more water can be retained, and soaking the soil well may result in water retention and eventually overwatering. Also consider the container or where you plant the succulents. In larger pots or garden beds, more soil volume is available to retain moisture, which can help sustain larger succulents between watering sessions, but may also lead to overwatering if the succulent is small in relation to where it is planted. And the most important thing to consider when it comes to containers is to make sure they have drainage holes. Succulent planters need drainage holes because they help prevent water from pooling at the bottom of the pot, which can lead to root rot and other problems. Drainage holes allow excess water to escape, helping to maintain the proper moisture balance in the soil. Lastly, consider the climate and their location. Between growing succulents indoors and outdoors, you should water your succulents less often when they are indoors. Outdoor environments typically receive more direct sunlight and experience higher temperatures than indoor settings. Sunlight and warmth accelerate evaporation, causing moisture in the soil to evaporate more quickly. Also, during winter, you should water your succulents less frequently Because with lower temperatures and reduced sunlight, succulents are more susceptible to root rot if their soil remains constantly moist. And some of them naturally go through a period of dormancy. These succulents typically experience slower growth, and since they're not actively growing, they don't require as much water as they do during the growing season. Limiting watering during this time allows them to rely on their stored moisture reserves. However, watering succulents more frequently during summer is essential because they experience increased water loss. During summer, temperatures rise, leading to increased evaporation from the soil and transpiration from the succulent leaves. This rapid moisture loss can cause the soil to dry out more quickly. Also, summer is typically the growing season for many succulents. During this time, they may produce new leaves, stems, or flowers, requiring additional water to support their growth and development. So there you have it. This is why there's so much different advice on watering succulents. Now that you know the reasons behind this, and with the tips you've learned from this video, I hope you'll figure out how to provide the right amount of water your plants need to be healthy. I hope you learned a lot from this video, and let me take this opportunity to introduce you to my new channel, The Sanctuary. If you are into positivity and stress reduction, this channel is for you. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. Take care, everyone. Bye.